I just got home from the 2022 North American Reptile Breeders Conference in Tinley Park, Illinois, and I can say with great certainty that it was one of the most fun weekends of my life. This video is super fun and I hope you'll all enjoy it because it is not your average Reptile Expo vlog. Instead of just B-roll and music of cool animals that I saw, there's a little bit of that, but it's primarily interviews with people who run really cool reptile businesses or breed really cool reptiles or are really cool reptile content creators or are just doing other really cool things in the reptile industry. Once you watch the video, be sure to leave a comment down below with who your favorite person was that I interviewed and who you think I should interview next time I'm at an NARBC show. Be sure to subscribe so that I can go to more. I'm really hoping to get to 10,000 subscribers soon and I really appreciate your support. Without further ado, let's hop into it. Look who I ran into here at Tinley Park.
Hi everybody.
Dave. How's it going, Dave?
It's going. It's the first day.
Yeah.
So this is a day just for VIPers and vendors.
Yeah.
And you get the best deals. Mm-hmm. You get the best beer.
Yes.
And so yeah, I mean, if you're going to come to Tinley, get a VIP badge because you get to see all this before everybody else does. And I'm telling you, like, if you come Saturday and Sunday, there's still a lot of cool stuff to see, but most of it sells today.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true. What's your coolest thing that you've seen so far?
My table over here. It's really pretty awesome over there.
Yes, you got your books, your ball pythons,
I do.
DVDs.
Some merch, yeah, we got it going on. I haven't really had a chance to really walk around yet.
Yeah,
but
I feel you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm kind of trapped behind my table, but there's definitely some cool stuff here.
For sure. We'll have to check back later in the weekend for Dave's Rattle On Awards.
Yep. I'm on the hunt for them.
Awesome.
Don't know who's going to win yet, but I'll figure that out.
Perfect. It was great talking to you, Dave.
Good talking to you. See you soon.
Emily, can you tell us a little bit about your reptile breeding business and kind of how you got started and what you do?
Yeah, for sure. So I am a veterinary student. I go to U of I. I'm graduating in 7 weeks, so I'm going to be a veterinarian very soon. I started my own company, Reptivet, about 4 years ago, and I really just started it with like gargoyle geckos was really kind of what I started with. I thought that they were really fun. They were easy to get into.
Yeah.
They're really good pets for people, so I don't have to like vet owners quite as much. They're a really easy starter reptile, and I think they're beautiful.
Yes.
And then that kind of grew into different species. I've got Dumerals, boas, I've got Stropherus geckos, things like that. I really love doing it. And then I started working for Josh Alder of the Exotic Empire. And through him, I then also work for Tom of Geckological, which is the booth I'm at now.
Yes.
Tom breeds tons of crested geckos. We've got a few hundred on the table.
Yeah.
So it's been a fun adventure. So yeah, that's kind of a little bit about me.
Awesome. Okay, so you're the Reptivet. Which one of these is kind of your section over here?
So I've got this little section over here just for Tinley.
Awesome.
I'm often at other shows and I've actually been doing really well, which I can't complain.
Awesome.
But yeah, like the Stropherus are kind of my favorite species. I think
cool.
they're super fun. They've got a lot of personality. And then obviously I've got my gargoyles. I'm selling a Dumerals. But yeah, I often have more gargoyles, but obviously it's March, so I haven't had my whole baby season yet.
Right. For those who don't know much about Stropherus, what is kind of what makes them unique? Like, what is cool about them?
Yeah, for sure. So they're a little grassland species from Australia. They only get about like 3 inches long. So this one's like 8 months old already.
Wow.
And it's still very small. They're born about the size of my thumbnail, which
Wow.
is super cool. They've got a lot of personality. So like I could have fed them like an hour ago, and if I walk past the tank, they're gonna like run up and still like be like on the tank, like, are you gonna feed me again?
Right.
They're super cute. They have little spines on their tails that in between them, I've never seen this happen in captivity, but
Right.
they will actually like raise up their tails and like squirt out like this goo.
Yeah.
In the wild, if they're like threatened by something.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool.
That's
I've never
fantastic.
seen that happen myself. But
Yeah. I guess that would be a sign of stress, so it's good that you haven't seen it, but it would be
Yes.
cool to see like a video of it happening in the wild or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. There's a cool video on YouTube.
Yes. Emily, if someone wants to find you and buy some of your geckos who isn't at a show, where can they find you?
So my Instagram is at @the_reptivet. And so that's probably the easiest place. I'm also on Facebook, but I don't update that quite as much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Emily.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Well, and we're over here at Cold Blooded Caffeine Co. drinking some coffee. This is really cool. You can come to the expo and get coffee. It's 12 degrees out and I'm still drinking iced, but that's okay. The Rainforest Blend is what I'm drinking right now, and I can say I very much recommend it. It is fantastic. Okay, so when you think of reptiles and coffee, it seems like in the reptile world, those two things kind of go together. Can you tell us a little bit about how you started Cold Blooded Caffeine Co. and what you guys kind of do?
Yeah, sure. So we started Cold Blooded Caffeine Co. in late 2021. I have always been kind of into coffee, kind of a coffee nut. I was the one in the break room at the office making like French press and pour over stuff in the office. So I was looking for my next coffee blend that I was going to buy for myself, right? And you know, brew up. And I was looking at all the different blends that were available on the market, and I was like, man, okay, do I want a Brazil? Do I want a Colombian? Do I want, you know? And I was like, oh man, I've got animals from all of these different places.
Yeah.
So let's explore that a little bit. So I talked to my now business partner and was like, okay, let's see if this is viable. So we looked into like conservation, coffee plantations and things like that. And we were like, oh wow, so coffee is a shade plant, and it can actually, there's studies that show that it's actually beneficial to reptile populations in the wild. So we were like, yeah, okay, that's perfect. So we launched Cold Blooded Caffeine, like I said, in August of 2021, and it's been great ever since.
That's fantastic. I know you mentioned you guys are doing some work to support reptile conservation with your coffee. How is traditional coffee cultivation impacting reptile populations, and what are you guys doing to make sure that you are sustainably harvesting coffee and that type of thing?
Yeah, so we are Rainforest Alliance certified. So we try to make sure that all the coffee that we bring in is sustainably sourced, whether Rainforest Alliance, Fair Trade, any other the organizations that we can promote from a coffee standpoint. But also we support Rainforest Alliance as part of every bag of coffee that we sell. We donate $1 back to Rainforest Alliance for our branded stuff.
That's awesome.
And then also for our affiliate branded stuff, we donate $1 for USARK back. So we try to do our part. Yeah, like I mentioned, reptile and coffee do kind of go hand in hand. So so they live in a lot of the same areas where coffee is grown. It's that coffee belt. It's from like the equatorial bands. So very reptile dense, very coffee dense. So we try to make sure that we're highlighting regions that are doing it sustainably, and also we work with importers and farmers to make sure that we're following the right certifications and things like that. Awesome.
That's really, really cool. If someone is wanting to buy some of your coffee online, where can they go to do that?
They can go to www.coldbloodedcaffeine.com. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. Get in touch. We'd be happy to talk coffee or help you out find the right blend for you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. It was great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Yeah, Dan the Turtle Man Exposed, he, like that one person on TikTok, cannot read.
Oh, I'm illiterate. Yeah, no, I'm illiterate.
He's in fact, he cannot read.
Is that a Sony ZV-1?
It is a Sony ZV-1, in fact.
We're twinning.
We're basic.
I have an iPhone.
That works too. You guys, we've got Jordan from JJ's Reptile World, and now from PB&J Reptile Adventures. We have Bella Rose Reptiles, Lua from Snakely Reptiles. Who else do we have? We have that turtle guy from Instagram. He's here physically, but he's not here in spirit. He's checked out. Okay. Hey everybody, we're here with Kevin from Pangea at the Pangea booth here at NARBC Tinley Park. Kevin, would you like to tell us a little bit about the cool things that Pangea has brought to this expo?
Yeah, so Pangea is really known for our gecko diets and crested geckos, but we also have a lot of other species too. So here I have a gorgeous high white snowflake tricolor male crested gecko with some actually pretty incredible structure. If you can see his little derpy crest there. And I also have a gargoyle gecko. Both of these are from New Caledonia, which is kind of an area that we specialize in, and multiple genuses in that area we cover with our whole selection here. So even though we have thousands of these geckos here, we also have Lechianus, which is somewhat close relative to the gargoyle gecko, and then we also have a couple other geckos that John's going to tell you about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're all really easy to care for. They all of them eat our diet, which is like fantastic. That we have 6 great flavors and a treat flavor as well that all of them gobble up, and we're kind of known for having an awesome diet and awesome geckos.
Yeah, I think when you think of Pangea, you think of your crested gecko diet, but it's great for gargoyle geckos or most New Caledonian geckos, I think.
Yeah, all these guys completely raised on Pangea their entire life, and across like almost all breeders, we're a really trusted brand for food.
Awesome. What is your favorite gecko species that Pangea produces?
That we produce for geckos, honestly, it probably is crested. So we also do like tokays, and we've done some knobtails and some other species in the past. But even though it might be like a lame answer, there is a reason why these guys are so popular. Like they're so sweet, so derpy.
They are.
These guys are pretty neat, but sometimes they're a little spicy. Lechianus are hefty, big boys or big girls, and they're pretty sweet, but they're a little bit more kind of they kind of have their own thing going on as far as like their cuteness, and I just appreciate the little derpy cuteness of crested geckos a little bit more.
Yes, absolutely. How many morphs of crested geckos does Pangea work with?
We work with, a count is really hard, but I would say we work with all of them. So somewhat recently we acquired Azanthics, we have 19 sables. We have some large amount of cappuccinos. I don't remember exactly what the number is right now. And then we also have some of our own special lines. Like we developed Triple X. We have like all of like every single base color you could possibly want. We have super dowels. We have high white, spotless, snowflake, black base animals. We have hypo red, phantom, crested geckos. All of the morphs basically.
That's awesome. So if for some reason someone doesn't know where to find you guys online, where can they go to purchase a gecko or gecko diet or any of the other products that you carry?
You should definitely go to PangeaReptile.com. We sell not only all of these same geckos here and all of the same supplies we have here, but tons more, and we have a lot more on the way this year.
Yeah, Pangea is where I go for just about any of my reptile dry goods supplies, so I highly recommend them, and you can use code HUNTER10 for 10% off of your purchase. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kevin.
You're welcome.
Hey everybody, I'm here with John from Geckos Geckos. John, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you're working on?
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm John from Geckos Geckos. I specialize in Urodactylodes and also Stropharis, which are both small species of geckos. Urodactylodes are from New Caledonia and Stropharis are from Australia. What's unique about these guys is that they both have a tail defense mechanism where they shoot a sticky substance out of their tail to protect themselves from predators. So over here are some of my Urodactylodes. And so I have 4 species, from like the most common to the least common are Agricolae, Viardi, Occidentalis, and then Symmetricus.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Those are really cool. So Urodactylodes, they're from New Caledonia, you said?
Yes.
Do they feed on Pangea crested gecko diet
Yes,
as well?
you can feed them exclusively on Pangea diet. You can also supplement them with very, very small dubia, wingless fruit flies. Some people have had success with bean beetles, but I have not. Also very small crickets.
Yeah, it would take a small insect to fit into their little mouths.
Yeah.
Definitely. Moving up to the Chihuahuas, could you tell us a little bit about them? It seems like they're a little more common, but they're still really cool.
Yeah, so I do a lot of the Chihuahua. There are 2 types, Pine Islands and mainlands. I mostly focus on the mainlands and kind of go for a more reddish color with a white collar on the mainlands. That's more common on the Pine Islands though.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then moving over to your Australian species, tell us about those.
So as I said earlier, Stropharis, I like to focus on just kind of the different species and, you know, getting used to breeding them. Not a lot of people breed them.
Right.
But I really like the Ciliaris, which I have right here. Here's a nice male. And then also Williamsy, Tanacata, and Intermedius are all very easy ones to breed.
Awesome. So out of all of these geckos, I know this is a tough question, but which one would you say is your favorite to work with?
Oh, my favorite, probably the Eurodactylodes. They're just very easy to handle. They, have a cute little personality. When you spray them with water, put food in their tanks, they'll go and try to eat that right away.
That's awesome. If someone is interested in buying a gecko from you and they can't make it to one of the shows, where can they find you online?
Yeah, at geckosgeckos.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey everybody, I'm here with Mike Stefani from Mike's Monitors. So Mike, when I was doing some research for this Reptile Expo, I learned that you have been keeping reptiles since you were 5 years old, right? Yep. Wow. So how did you get into keeping reptiles, and how did that progress into keeping some really cool monitor species?
Well, it's just like most every person's story who likes reptiles. Started playing with little dinosaur toys and stuff. And then my mom would let me go in the backyard, so I would lift up the rocks and get worms and ants. And then it progressed to the ponds and catching frogs and toads and turtles. Then at 5 years old, my mom gave me a box turtle, and I've had pretty much some kind of creepy crawly bird, fish since then.
Wow. When did you get your first monitor?
I got my first monitor probably about 35 years ago.
Wow, okay.
And it was a peach throat monitor, and man, I just loved it, the colors on it. And at that time, I really didn't know anything other than Nile monitor, Savannah monitor, and Asian water monitor.
Yeah.
And those weren't really for me. And when I seen this peach throat monitor, I was blown away. The colors were so beautiful. So eventually started slowly selling off my snakes. I paired my peach throat monitor up while learning about them. And I bred the peach throats a few times, got a bunch of nice babies, and then it just progressed from there. Monitors are addicting. Once you start, before you know it, you get stuff like Varanus mertensi from Australia, and then here we got Varanus cummingii from Mindanao in the Philippines. These are really, really nice. This is their daddy.
Okay.
And they're just awesome. And then I have over here, this is Varanus bivitatis from Java, and these get like 7 foot, very big animals.
That's incredible. So for someone who is thinking about getting their first monitor, what would your recommendation be as far as species and keeping it?
I think for you probably, something that's good is like Ackies or any of the Audatria species, because there's not a large water requirement. They don't have really large, you don't really need super large cages. And they'll teach you everything you need to know about monitors. And 9 times out of 10, if you're getting Ackies, you're already addicted, and you're gonna keep getting more and more, and then you work your way up to other stuff.
Absolutely. So having kept monitors for a lot of years, is there one that stands out as your favorite?
Absolutely. It's Varanus similis, and it's an Audatria, so they're a dwarf monitor from northern Australia, southern New Guinea, and I've been working with them on and off for 30 years. I've had like 5 different groups, and the group that I just put together, I put together from little babies.
Wow.
And they're coming to the point now where I'm starting to see courtship and nest digging, so I think I'm getting pretty close to eggs, but God willing, I will have them. That's my favorite species.
That's fantastic. So if someone can't make it to one of the expos but wants to follow along on your reptile keeping and potentially buy a monitor from you, where can they go online to do that?
You can go anywhere Mike's Monitors. So YouTube Mike's Monitors, Instagram Mike's Monitors, Facebook Mike's Monitors, and mikesmonitors.com.
Fantastic.
And you can hit me up at any of them socials. I'll be glad to talk monitors or anything with you, because a lot of this stuff transfers over to certain animals, like so like Thamnophis, your garter snakes, Drymarchon, speckled racers, things like that. These types of high metabolism animals, this type of husbandry really kind of binds together. Oh, no problem.
Worries, no problem. Well, that is so awesome. Thank you so much for your time. It was great to meet you,
Yeah,
Mike.
nice meeting you too. Thank you guys very much.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
Guys, look who's here. Yes, the whole Crimson crew is here. We've got Bella and Emma and my cousin Lua with us. And the line you can see all the way back there. There's like hundreds of people in line to meet Emily and Ed from Snake Discovery. It's so cool.
Super cool.
Yes.
So glad I'm here.
Yes, oh my gosh, it's so hot in the main building, but it's cool here, so it's fantastic.
We needed to cool down.
Absolutely. Okay. Hey everyone, I am here with Parker from, tell me your channel name?
PB&J.
PB&J. So
Reptile.
tell us how you got that name.
Me, Brittany, and Jordan, we're all really good friends, and it just turned out that our names matched PB&J.
That's awesome. So who are you holding right now?
This is Rhonda. Rhonda, she's a caiman lizard.
Oh, that's so cool. Do you know any fun facts about caiman lizards that you can share with everybody watching?
I do know that they like to swim a lot.
Yes, they do. What kind of foods do they eat?
Snails.
Yeah, which I guess that explains why they have, you can kind of see those muscly jaws so they can crush snail shells. So what is your favorite reptile to keep?
Honestly, I really like lizards.
Me too.
I can't really choose one, but I really like them.
It is such a hard choice. They're all so cool.
And I love snakes too.
Yes, absolutely.
We just put her back on your lap.
Anything with scales.
Amphibians too.
Yes, amphibians too. I hear you're on the hunt for a jumping spider. Did you
We
find
actually
one?
just got one, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. What all reptiles and amphibians do you have?
Snakes and frogs, salamander.
Cool.
We have turtles and tortoises. Legless lizard.
Me too, those are so cool.
Yeah, crested geckos, crested gecko babies, chameleons,
Awesome.
leopard gecko.
Great ball pythons.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. What's your favorite ball python morph, if you can narrow it down?
Probably a panda.
Those are so
I like
pretty.
them.
Awesome. If
And I like banana pods.
Yes, those are really pretty too. If someone wants to follow PB&J Reptile Adventures, where can they find you?
YouTube.
YouTube? Awesome. I will link your channel down in the description. Thank you so much, Parker. It was great to talk to you.
Thank you.
That was such a fun video. I really hope that you all enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed creating it. I want to say a huge thank you to all of you for watching and all of the people who made that show and this video possible. I really appreciate everyone who let me interview them for my vlog, as well as all of the awesome people who came up and said hi over the weekend. It was really great to meet all of you, and I always love meeting people who watch my videos. Like I said at the beginning, leave a comment down below with who your favorite person was that I interviewed, and let me know what your favorite animal was that you saw in this video. I'll also be making a video soon introducing the new snake that I got at this expo, so that's something to look forward to. My name is Hunter Hauk. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.